What's going on? It's your boy Coach. This is day 79, and basically, I did some pictures this morning, waist measurement, took my weight, and I'm up a little bit. I kind of expected that based on how the last 2 weeks were. They weren't very consistent. Like I said, vacations, and I had other priorities, so that's okay. I know that this week I can, lock back in. I thought that was going to happen last week, but you just kind of never can predict life sometimes, and that's kind of what the point of all this is as long as you've started integrating some habits and routines and meal prep and things like that that are going to keep you successful for the long haul and that you like doing it. Like for me, my meal prep is something that never goes away, and even if my nutrition kind of strays, say in terms of I'm eating out more, or having other things in my diet that are maybe pulling me back from the place I want to be, I always kind of have a ground zero of where I can start, and it's not like a hard start. And some people kind of may need a 1 week reset where you really dial in nutrition as close as you can. I'm not one of those. Like I said, I've tried, and when I'm in absolutes, it's really difficult for me to start bringing balance in because I'll just live in the absolute, so or the extreme. So for me, it's more important to try and balance everything out, and that's what I tend to try and do. So, with that said, where do we go from here? Well, if you are kind of started and you kind of had a 12-week plan to do this, this is kind of week 12 for you. So, as long as you're getting the process of calculating calories, and it's all pretty easy using that food scale, making meals that are nutritious yet balanced, figuring out what works for you, because we're all different. No one, I almost think that pretty much no one could run the diet I have and have the same results just because of certain things that maybe genetic advantages or metabolism. It really doesn't matter, but I like to stay pretty active. I'm just that way. So I need more calories. And some of you that there may be those out there that need actually more. So it just depends on what your goals are. Um, so my topic of discussion, say myth or common belief, is that being leaner is better. And by leaner, I mean having a low body fat composition, as you'll see in media and, Instagram, just TV, movies. Now, having done it and gotten, I wouldn't say lean to the point of where I'm about to die because I don't have enough body fat, but pretty lean, and staying lean is really difficult. My energy is lower. Is it worth the physique? It's worth doing it just to see, and that's where this journey is taking me for the next, like I say, 6 weeks or so. I'm going to keep going to probably the 120-day mark and just see, because now that I had this 2 week of a great surplus, my body for sure can take another 6 week of deficit. But if I was still in a deficit the last 2 weeks, it's going to be difficult to go 16, 20 weeks in just a pretty moderate deficit. If you're in a high deficit, going 16 weeks is extremely difficult, and there's very few that can actually stick with that, and when you finish, maintain. So that's kind of my goal, is to get somewhere and maintain. Although after leaning down here, I'll kind of bring the calories up a little bit after my second time of drying out, or getting to my best conditioning, we'll say. But yeah, basically I'll come up from there just to really, I could do it just to see, but really in the end, I'm at a healthy body weight. And I think I said 3 or 4 weeks ago, the physique I had and my body composition is more than healthy. So just based on not just aesthetics, but how I felt, the kinds of foods I was eating, I really liked what I was doing. So, you don't need to get super lean if you don't want to. And what is a healthy body weight? Oh, man, it's so difficult to say weight. I would say more body composition is probably more important, how much body fat you carry. If you look at things like BMI, that can be really confusing, because if you have too much muscle, you may look, or you may come across as obese on a measurement just based on your height and weight. So don't really like that tool. So yeah, what is a good body composition to carry around? Well, it's wherever you feel your best. You're able to do whatever activities or exercise or sports or whatever it may be without struggling. That the nutrition you're getting is making you feel good for the most part. That it doesn't interrupt your sleep, things like that. So some people want a number. Well, 10% body fat, 15% body fat. I really don't even like to give it a number, because it's going to be different for everybody. Because there's some who could be, say, live at 10% body fat and be completely content. where if I'm that lean, which is I'm probably 15% based on pictures or whatever. But yeah, I think this is a totally healthy body fat for me. If I was to post pictures of my physique right now, people would probably say I'm fat, which is absolutely not true. And like I said, I'm have pretty good conditioning, pretty okay cardio. My cardio is not great because I'm a little bit heavier and I haven't been running or training really hard in that aspect. But my strength is really good. This is probably the best strength I've had in my life, hands down. And so, yeah, so I'm gonna probably, like I said, lean down a little bit more, bring the cardio up here in the next 6 weeks. I will be starting to run again and do some more athleticism in my workouts. So I improve my heart health because that's something where I do miss having the better cardio, just as I wouldn't gas out or, be out of breath doing some intense things. And I like that. So just having a good balance. And like I said, that's kind of at the end of the day. What is the best balance you have where you have the strength and the cardio and the physique that you're 100% happy with? So when I started this journey, if you look at my pictures, was I unhappy? Absolutely not. I actually learned a positive body image is something that helps me get to where I want to go because I'm never down on myself and I know that I can make the choices that control where I go. So we'll talk more maybe about that tomorrow, but I think that's going to do it for today and we'll see you in the next video.